Good evening, everyone. Can I have everyone's attention, please? Good evening, family. This is the 18th celebration of the King Dunlap Williams family reunion. This family reunion celebration gives us an opportunity to pause from our daily routine of hustle and bustle to reconnect with our roots. At the 9th celebration of the King Dunlap Williams family reunion held in Washington, D.C. in 1996, hosted by Rosie Bell and Ira Radin, they challenged everyone to learn more about how we are all connected. They also challenged the youth to continue this important legacy of reconnecting with the King Dunlap Williams group. Today we renew this challenge with the theme, Connection, Connection, What's Your Connection? During this program, a representative from each family will give a presentation of their family tree and indicate how they are connected to the King Dunlap Williams roots. It is our hope that we all, young and old, will leave here knowing more about how we are connected. So, we will now have the welcome by Kira Lucas.
Welcome, King Dunlap and Williams families. The families of my grandmother, Rosie Ann Bell, and my great aunt, Ira Ann Radin. Welcome you to Washington, D.C., your nation's capital. During your time here, you will see the Historic Museum. You will experience the African American Historic Museum. But most of all, you will fellowship and reconnect with your family. The Rosie Ann Bell family and the Ira Ann Radin family. Welcome, King Dunlap and Williams families. Now you know my connection. What is your connection?
Please bow your heads for the prayer. Lord, you say if 2 or 3 people are gathered in your name that you too are here. We have a room full. We thank you for your love, your protection, for granting us safe travel. 14 states are represented here, and you know our struggles, you know our triumphs, and we thank you for all of it. We praise you, Lord. We ask you for your continued blessings. We ask that you continue to bless our family. In your name, we pray. Amen.
Hello, everybody. I'm Alethea Bell, the granddaughter of Rosie Ann Bell. It's nice to see everybody. So what I'm about to do is called libation. And for those of you who do not know, libation has always existed in our culture. Most of you may be most familiar with the concept of someone having a bottle of alcohol and pouring it on the ground on people who have passed. That's the form that a lot of us are most familiar with. But it's been used in religious celebrations of African and African people for many years. And the purpose of it is to call on those who have passed away, to look after us, to honor them, and to give an offering to them, to let them know that though they are gone, we have not forgotten them. So, as I pour the water, you will say the name of somebody who has passed. And after that name is said and the water has been spilled, we will say, Ashe. Ashe can have 2 meanings. It can mean so be it or be with us.
Ashe.
Susie
Ashe. Ashe.
Georgine Burke.
Ashe. Ashe.
Sadie Mae Dunlap.
Ashe.
Morel King.
Ashe. Ashe.
Lovey Jones.
Ashe.
Susie Collins.
Ashe.
Larry Wilson.
Ashe.
Lawrence Burke.
Ashe.
Alan Burke.
Ashe.
Ricky Wilson.
Ashe.
Charles Ian.
Ashe.
Lawrence.
Ashe.
Vivian Jingles.
Ashe.
Answer right.
Ashe. Ashe.
Joey Williams.
Ashe.
Vernon King.
Ashe.
Charles Lee.
Ashe. And we say together, Ashe. 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 So be it.
Hello, cousins and family. Welcome to D.C. I'm Edward Bradley III, the son of the Ira Bradley, formerly Ira Snelson, and the nephew of Rosie Bell. Today we're reading from Psalm 133. How good and pleasant it is when brothers live together in unity. It is like precious oil poured on the head, running down on the beard, running down on Aaron's head, Aaron's beard. It is if the dew of Hermon were falling on Mount Zion, for there the Lord bestows his blessing, even life forevermore. Thank you.
Now will you all join me in singing Lift Every Voice and Sing. If you all can please stand.
We all sing the first verse.
Only the first verse. If you can all take your seats. Now we will have our dinner blessing by Miss Rosie Bell.
Bow your heads, please. Heavenly Father, we come together this evening to say thank you for all your many blessings. Thank you for our coming together as family. We thank you for food, Lord, that has been prepared to nourish our bodies. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Everybody wants to
many single families, I think of fun, fellowship, and feasting. A is for aunts, uncles, parents, grandparents, anxious brothers, sisters, cousins, and more just keep coming. M is for melodious music, massive bands, magnificent meals like mother's delicious down-home cooking. Invocations, introductions, invited dignitaries, in-laws, indoors, and outdoor impressive itineraries. L is for love, laughter, lines, long-standing, and Y is for young and old together yearning yesteryears and days gone by. This acrostic was written in 1996 by my mother, Catherine M. Snelson, who was married to Charlie L. Snelson, who was my father. Unfortunately, both of them are now deceased. And so when I come here and I see the different families represented here, it leaves a soft spot in my heart because my parents are no longer here. And unfortunately, I did not marry and have children of my own.
Speak up, this is.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't know you could hear me in the back. So now that my parents are no longer here, unfortunately, I did not marry and have children, so I am unable to contribute to the Snelson legacy. However, I am a very strong proponent of family units because if it was not for my family, I would not be here to celebrate with you all. So I thought of the song by Sister Sledge that was popular in the 80s, We Are Family. And sometimes our families can be fun, they can be frustrating, but nevertheless, when your friends are gone, your family is the one that has your back. And I am hoping that in the years to come, that these family reunions will be an important, integral part of our summer vacations, and we will continue, those of us that are here. And maybe in the years to come, if I get some help, I would consider having it in San Diego. Thank you so much.
That was beautiful. Can we give her another round of applause? All right, next up, we'll have a video presentation and an original poem by Ira Radin.
I decided not to do the video part of it, but I do want to share my poem with you. This is an original poem written by me. It's a tribute to my African American heritage, a portrait in verse of outstanding Black achievers. Listen now and see how many you can recognize. I am somebody. I too am America. My slave forebearers produced enormous wealth for this nation. It was the auctioning of their bodies and the labor of their bruised and bent backs that produced vast wealth for the plantation owners of the South. Yes, I am a producer of wealth. My name is Courage, for I fought against slavery, against that oppressive and degrading violation of human rights and dignity. I fought segregation and stood up against the Jim Crow justice of the South. Yes, my name is Courage. My colors are many. I am called Negro, colored, mulatto, tan, brown, ebony, black. Yes, I am black and beautiful gold medalist. I am the first to regain the world's heavyweight boxing championship title 3 times. I dominate the basketball court, the football and baseball fields, the track and field sports. I have won 5 green jackets, becoming one of the top-rated golf pros in the world. I, too, have graced the courts of Wimbledon and been honored by the Queen. I am an Olympic gold medalist, gymnast. I was listed as one among the 20 most dominant athletes of 2018. I can sing, dance, act, write, direct, and produce. I have found my roots. I have had 2 of the top-rated programs on primetime TV. I was queen of the daytime talk show host and the prince of nighttime comedy shows. My record album is the largest selling ever recorded. I am a thriller. Yes, I'm bad. I was named the king of pop. I am a highly acclaimed poet, the first woman and African American to present an original poem at a presidential inauguration. I have stood on the pulse of morning and witnessed the dawning of a new day. Yes, I know why the caged bird sings. My youth and music have lifted the spirits of nations. I gave America the spirituals, the gospels, doo-wop, bebop, hip-hop, rock and roll, rhythm and blues, jazz, and rap. I am a scientist, a doctor, a lawyer, a teacher, an artist, an explorer, an engineer, an inventor, a Supreme Court justice, an architect, an astronaut, a chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, a politician, a minister, an ambassador to the United Nations, a secretary of the State Department, a member of the President's Cabinet, a member of Congress, chairman of the U.S. Nuclear Regulatory Commission, a college president, a magazine publisher, an entrepreneur extraordinaire, a multi-billionaire, a network TV owner. I am also a builder. My labor helped to build the White House, the United States Capitol, and other early government buildings. My father was born in Kenya, Africa. My mother was a white American. I am truly African American. With a Yes We Can theme, I ran for and was twice elected the 44th president of the greatest nation in the world, the United States of America. Yes, and I am a dreamer too. I dream of a day when black children and white children will join hands as sisters and brothers. I am a drum major for justice. I've been to the mountaintop and I've seen the promised land. I am a decorated American soldier. Yes, I too have shed blood on the battlefields for America, for my America that I love, even when she did not love me in return. I was a Buffalo soldier and a Tuskegee Airman. I have fought in every American war for my country. I was among the exceptionally talented African-American female mathematicians who helped NASA launch rockets and astronauts into space. We were known as human computers who used pencils, slide glues, and adding machines to calculate the numbers for some of NASA's greatest successes. I am a people with an expressive quality. I have a strength that comes from suffering, a feel for life that hasn't yet been leached out of me by a fat, complacent, meaningless existence. I have a basic health in the midst of sickness around me. And once I am given an opportunity for this to come to flower, I will be a formidable people. Yes, I am somebody. I too am American.
My name is Donna King Dixon. My father is Douglas King. He's passed away. But how this all started, my father's father was Charles King, one of the many brothers, R.L. in that group. And when he was a young boy, his father died. Charles, my grandfather, died before he was 10 years old. And he had this, my dad talked about his father all the time. And he had a void in his life of never knowing his father's family, growing up without a dad. So fast forward to he becomes a grown man, and he's like 50 years old, and he was a bowler. And he was on a bowling tournament in Atlanta. And he said, you know what? I'm going to try and find my family. He got a number from somebody, and it turns out it was R.L. King. He called him and he said, you know, I'm going to be in Atlanta. I'd like to connect with my family. And so R.L. was thrilled to hear from him, because he had lost touch with his brother's, because his brother died so young. And so when he said, I'll pick you up at the airport. When he came, when my father arrived in Atlanta at the airport, R.L., that was back when you didn't have to go through security. He came and was walking down the aisle, and they knew each other right away because they looked exactly alike. And they hugged and cried and kissed. And he said, you know what? We need to start a family reunion. We need to connect with everything. And that was the start. And they decided to do the reunion. And I think back then they were doing it yearly. And then, of course, because of all the work, it became every other year. So that was the start. So that also ties into how I'm connected to the family. My father had 4 girls, and I'm the 3rd daughter. And we all live in Nevada and California. And you'll see the flyers on your desk. We are hosting the reunion in Las Vegas, 2021.
Good evening, everybody. Good evening. That sounds a little better. My name is Dorothy James. My connection is with my father, Frank King Sr. We live in Fort Myers, Florida. I'm the youngest of the 4 children of Frank King Sr. My brother, Frank King Jr. is not here. My sister, Rosemary Maris, her daughter is here. Connie Maris, will you please stand? My daughter, Felisa James, will you stand? And my brother, Wayman King, his son, Larry King, will you stand? Thank you. Y'all will you stand? That's my connection with this reunion. And my mother name is Bessie Williams. And she married my father, which was the brother of R.L. King. So that made Jimmy Lee and Matthew our first cousin. I would say our double first cousin. We were more like brothers because our father married my mother's sister. And that's how our connection becomes with the family reunion. And also, like she sat down and said, I remember when Uncle R.L. started the reunion in their backyard. They did a cookout on the weekend because I went out. And they did that for many years. And then the following year, they came to Orlando, and they went to the hotel, when we all just met up together. We had t-shirts. We all went to breakfast together at Shoney's. Then we went to the Disney World. Then we went back later in the day and we would do lunch somewhere else. And it continued from there, which was a great thing. And after so many years, we continued to go back to Uncle Aurelio, and we did this on the weekend. Then they branched out, where in different cities would accept the reunion. And as she said, we went every year for a long time. And after that, they gradually started doing every other year, which is good, you know. But now we have so many, our relatives has passed on, and every other year seems kind of hard, because the last time I came to the reunion, my husband was here, but he passed on since then. So in saying that, yes, we do it every other year, but I'm hoping that the younger people will want to come home, pick it up, get involved. You know, we start doing things different so that we can encourage them to come, so that they will want to accept it themselves. And my name is Dorothy King James, and I'm the youngest of Frank King Sr. Thank you.